Discount versus value pricing. Why businesses weaken the moment they start lowering prices. Hi, this is Sam from Business Logic Lab. Today I'm going to show you a simple pricing truth. Discounting can increase sales and still destroy your business. Because price is not only a number, price is a signal. It tells customers what game you want to play. When sales slow down, the first idea is usually this. Maybe it's too expensive, so we cut the price. We run a campaign. We add a coupon. We say limited time. And yes, sometimes it works. Orders go up. The dashboard looks better. Everyone feels relieved. But here's the question that matters. If lowering prices is the answer, why do so many businesses get weaker after doing it? Why do margins fall, stress rises, and customers become harder to deal with? Because there are two completely different logics in pricing. One is discount pricing, the other is value pricing. This is not about expensive versus affordable. It is about where your pricing logic starts. Discount pricing starts outside the business. Value pricing starts inside the customer's outcome. Once you see this, the rest becomes obvious. Let's start with discount pricing. The reference point is the market. You look at competitor prices, you look at category averages, and you try to be cheaper or at least not more expensive. So the price becomes a reaction, a defensive move. Now value pricing. The reference point is the customer's desired outcome. You ask, what result are they really trying to get? What problem are they trying to avoid? What change do they want after the purchase? So the price becomes a translation, a way to connect your offer to a real change. Same product, same features, but a different game. And here's the hidden danger. When you start outside, you train customers to compare. When you start with outcomes, you train customers to choose. A classic example makes this clear. People don't buy a drill because they love drills. They buy a drill because they want a hole. More precisely, they want the world after the hole exists. A shelf that stays in place. A room that feels organized. A project that finally feels finished. Value pricing does not price the tool, it prices the result. And that result can be described in many forms. Saved time, reduced risk, avoided mistakes, less frustration, more confidence. Now the second difference. Price defines the relationship with customers. With discount pricing, customers start monitoring prices. They learn that your real price is flexible. They learn to wait. They learn to ask for exceptions. The relationship becomes short-term and transactional. And the moment you try to raise the price again, it feels like betrayal. Not because you did something wrong, but because the rules you taught them have changed. With value pricing, customers focus on results. They evaluate you by whether you deliver the outcome. The relationship becomes more like a partnership. They may still care about price, of course, but the comparison is not only cheaper or not. It becomes, does this solve my problem or not? And when you deliver, something important happens. Meaning stays longer than the price. Here's the shift in one sentence. Discount pricing is pricing to sell now. Value pricing is pricing to be chosen again. Discounting optimizes today's transaction. Value pricing optimizes long-term trust and positioning. Discounting is easy to start and hard to stop. Value pricing is harder to design and easier to defend. So what should you remember? First, discounting is a tactic. Value is a belief. Second, if you must discount, make it a controlled experiment. Know why you do it, how long it lasts, and what you will do after. Third, before changing price, change the story. If you cannot explain the outcome clearly, your price will always look negotiable. A quick practical test. Can you name the customer, the situation, and the measurable change in one breath? For example, for small teams doing weekly reports, we cut preparation time from 2 hours to 20 minutes. That single sentence makes value pricing possible. Without it, you are forced back into discounts and comparisons. Price is your business introduction. It tells customers who you are, what you stand for, and what kind of relationship you offer. Next time, we'll go one level deeper. If value matters so much, why is good value so hard to communicate? Because customers don't buy value. They buy a clear picture of change. And see you in the next one.